With the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, hey everybody, Giant King Mark here. Welcome to part 26, maybe the final part of our Ash of God Let's Play. Maybe. Last we left off, all hell has broken loose. To reiterate, the man here broke, Amma became a Reaper, we got the last bit of the puzzle, thank God for that, for Hopper. Speaking of, he got injured, like, twice. Oh, Stockit Vinci's dead, Bran tried to kill his own dad out of jealousy for Thorn. Thorn and Glad just killed him. Not Tariq. No, Tariq's still alive, thank God. Oh yeah, Pelko, so Turi showed up trying to negotiate with the Berkanans, but he's dead too. A whole lot of people are dying left, right, and center, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. Let's go. We need to go check up on Hopper in the throne room anyway. As soon as you reach the throne room, you hear heavy footsteps on the stairs. The icon barges in. Is the healer lady here? We need help. Rita has a splitting headache. She's collapsed when the man here shattered. She's unable to stand. I think this is like the most emotion he's shown. You take to the grim scene. The emancipated features of the icon's redhead. Galetta's likewise gaunt face. Philia's trembling fingers and a drop of sweat on her temples. The suffering in Hopper's eyes. Philia, you got any opinion? Philia wipes away her tears. What do you want to hear? That slumbering god is trying to awaken? That the evil responsible for burning one world means to do the same to this one? I don't know who he chose. There must be a sign. Speak up, Philia, Hopper says calmly. Tell us everything you know. What did you learn from your mother? She said that the chosen vessel is marked with a sign, Philia whispers faintly. To shatter the vessel if you cannot seal it, for it is filled with poison. She told me that blood will reveal who has been cursed. That's it. Then she left. You silently roll up your sleeves and cut your pen. First drop of blood forms and falls. For a brief moment, the same crimson sigil the Reaper placed on the pomegate of obvious flashes on her forehead. It is Gletta. Dear gods, why put us through more trials? What does it mean? What are we meant to do? What should I do? Tell me, what should I do? I'm at a loss. Nothing can be done. You cannot stop an avalanche, can you? Could you tell me what to do, Brett? Find cover! Too late to see cover when the skilled archer has you in its sights. Step aside! Judging by this sign, it's too late to move. Fight? Fight your own daughter? Do you have any idea what that's like? Could you tell me what to do, perhaps? Could someone at least tell me what I should do? It's clear. Fight until all the Frisians lie vanquished. That's the only way, daughter of mine. Whatever the Reapers inscribed on the city gates, it did not cause a single city to fall into enemy hands. Battle for Althcom is not yet over. You must join forces. I am a warrior, not a commander. Do what you must, Captain Thornbrennan. Did we just get them to join forces? Okay. Here's the thing. If you didn't play Lo Fang as, like, do the good decisions around the game as Lo Fang, if you did bad ones, you actually would have to fight Lo Fang if you chose Thorn. Otherwise, it would be the other way around. If you chose Lo Fang, you'd have to fight Thorn. Thing is that Lo Fang would basically suggest you kill your own daughter, but, well, Thorn would be against it. You have to fight him. A Reaper stands in the castle square. You'll have to do battle. You run to the castle square and freeze in place. A squad of Gallus has broken through, pushing the defenders back. As their leader is the same demonic abomination that spoke to you at the Waterman here. It grins as it notices you. Nakoma, the temple servant nods. Hey, Berkan. You can't be waiting quite a while. Everyone has its fated hour, including your daughter. Would you look at that? Launch is with us. Here's our second sacrifice. The third one's ready too. Only thing left for me to do is exhale and Rascal find his place at the altar of the gods. But first, let's have a bit of fun. You're considering that sword of yours, right? Draw your sword. I thought I had to fight some loudmouth. You proclaim his contempt. A track. Your opponent raises his hand and the gales approach. He then suddenly changes shape, swelling with abominable power. His eyes turn black. His hair becomes matted and oily. You do not get to choose your opponent, he says, his hoarse voice echoing through the town square. Well, now we gotta kill a track. But everyone's injured. This is all from like the same injury that we had before, but check it out. We got our buddy here, Lo Fang, and we literally got everyone here. You know what? Let's do this. If you didn't actually play Lo Fang as like a nice person, you will get screwed. Because you'd have to fight both Lo Fang, as well as the Reaper. But we got a lot of level ups to take care of. Let's say everyone's got a level up with Lo Fang's party. Being able to do this is amazing. I didn't think we could do it. No injuries. Oh, right. Alright, Lo Fang, let's see. Flash. I never thought we'd actually be able to do this. Oh, wait. I mean, I always thought that we'd have to, try to take care of this when we could. Like, we wouldn't be able to pull this all off, but here we are. We're about to pull this all off. We actually got Lo Fang and Hop and these two together, which is cool, honestly, because this is actually a pretty cool moment. If you didn't, you'd have to basically fight them you have to basically fight each other. But since Lo Fang has been basically I've been playing Lo Fang as a good guy, you actually have a chance to get two guys for the price of one. I think this is actually a really cool moment, Like, I know we're basically, just doing all this stuff here, but I feel like, just popping some... popping skills on everyone will work. Popping a mental strike. This isn't merely a badass moment, and I'm ruining it just by having everyone be here. No, that ain't it. Yeah, sure, let's go with this. We got Comma, we got Lo Fang. I wanted to bring in Reet with this, but we lose a healer. But I think this is a good enough spot here. I mean, we have a freaking Ents and an Icon. And we're about to lay the smackdown to a Reaper. The one Reaper we fought at the beginning of the game, Trock. So, what's new with me? Well, not really a whole lot. I mean, I've just been, gaming and stuff. Oh, guys, just going straight for him. Wolfang didn't even answer. He just gunned for it. The battle exhausts you so much of your handshake. Your eyesight fades and everything becomes a blur. There's only one thing you're certain of. Though slain, the Reaper still lives. He's laughing at you. Fresh blood clots over old blood. New deaths make you forget past ones. The fight goes on, but Blair's voice rings across the square. A track cannot be swayed by an ordinary weapon. Your strength fades. Something moves behind Nakoma. One of the fallen is not yet dead. You catch a glimpse of a dark-skinned face under the hood, as the stranger lightly jumps to his feet and strikes. He then rolls to the side. Mabuk. Or Kwarba, I guess. Rask appears before Trock like a pale phantom as he watches his body crumble to dust. Rask then shrugs and fades away like fog in the dawning sun's rays. You look at mighty Atrox's decaying flesh and fading features. You think of the monster in Albius, of Terminum's millennium-long curse, and of the invincible evil that even 1,000 warriors like you could not defeat. It's not over yet. Umbra has been taken to the altar, yells Philia. All to the broken men here, the chapel ruins. This is where it all ends. So does he he gets all done to dust. Drakal. Everything was leading to this. Atrox did not heed the warning. His arrogance was duly rewarded. Atrox's arrogance was rivaled only by his stupidity. Tibabar. Why concern yourself with something so insignificant while witnessing something so profound at work? The deed is done. I feel his coming. He is not your master, Tibabar. Neither is he mine. Drakal? Master of Chidalo. Chidao. The archer has deceived us all. Chidao. The archer. I don't think we've ever met him. You arrive at the square. The assault ends and the four fall silent. Not a Reaper in sight, but they feel close by. Something's bound to happen. I'm still me, but I barely understand anything. It's all a blur in my head. Is this the end? Hopper, will you help me? What should I do? These damn riddles. Do you think me words can stop a god? Or maybe you think some ruins can stop a god? My heart is barely beating. Why did she make me piece together the spell? Damn it. Was it a test? Did you think it was some sort of joke? That all the riddles were just a game? They were a path to acquire strength. You're nearly within reach. Damnation, drawing a blank again. What did your mother say? What was that last clue? Help me remember. She said that you will find the last words on the dearest one, or in the very end. Don't give me that look. You'll not find the answer written on my face. The book. Of course! Here it is! But it's not finished. Stop mid-sentence. Help and protect. No, not enough. On the dearest one? But I've already read the words on Alma's body, Gleda, you're dearest to your father, aren't you? Roll up your sleeve, do not argue. But there's nothing here. It's like my hand's on fire, but there's nothing written on it. The plant feels like it's engulfing flames too. And with these games, damn you all. Take it to yourself, that which you can take. There is no one else can take it. And if you do not burn out, carry it. With every step, your burden shall become greater. When you carry it for many, and their numbers increase still. You will save yourself by saving others, but you will not keep misfortune away, because you carry misfortune within you. God of mine, the fire, the wind, the water, and the salt of the earth, accept my flesh, my spirit, and my love. Save and protect us. Your hand returns to its former color, and you feel a surge of strength, but you cannot move a finger. It's as if time itself has stopped. The one bearing the mark grows much taller and straightens her shoulders, becoming beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Everyone falls to their knees before her, as do you. No. It seems as if time itself has stopped. fragile Gletta is filled with dread before a moment later, she lets out a sigh of relief and wipes the sweat from her brow. Her eyes become pitch black, but her voice did not change. Gletta touches her forehead. "My mom's gone. What happened to me? I feel like I've been submerged in darkness for many years and suddenly emerged, but I feel cold inside." "Saved? Was he stopped?" asks Gletta patiently, fighting back tears. You approach your daughter. Gletta. It's all over. Papa rubbed his head. I think it was a she. Well, no matter. You did not open the gate and managed to keep her out. Still, she's just on the other side. Not going anywhere. She's inside you, trapped. At least for now. The plight has been averted. The corrupted sacred stones remain lifeless. The reaping's grip loosens until it has finally disappeared without a trace. Finally, it's time to put out the fires, contemplate your horrifying experiences, mourn the dead, and forget the taste of madness and blood on your lips. The scribe known as Hopper Raleigh, who is also an Umbra and Kuro named Blanche, suffered the curse of an unknown witch and completed the journey laid out for him. Reading the spell, he realized that all the Reaper's power, all the magic that devoured human lives and dragged into the abyss, all of it was served one single purpose: to find an almighty God to human body. A single spell, assembled from fragments, was akin to a pebble that brought down a rock slide, preventing the end of this world. Some were scared, tired, but empowered and still human eyes staring back at him, without blonde both joy and relief. It was not over yet, but he at least had time to breathe.
Chilla arrived at Hungry Step the same day dark clouds loomed over Opacum. She was gazing gloomily over the boundless valley when the menhir was destroyed, and its remains beheld the dreadful ritual. She grimaced, but not because of the deadly desert that awaited. Though the events in Opacum unfolded 1,000 leagues from her, Chilla felt every moment.
It's called Opacum? I've been saying it wrong then, crap. Okay, so we just got the best ending. Sweet. So Gletta now has a god inside of her. Man, that was something.
Everything she concocted in Albius's town hall has ended just as it should have. Did she know that by going against her deity's will, she'd be able to seal it away in someone's flesh and blood? She couldn't answer. The only thing certain is that the horror befalling Terminum has only been stalled.
Wait. Oh. Sheila. Remember her name? Chiram? The archer, the one that the other Reapers were talking about, drop call. That was her deity. She's one of the Reapers. But she basically just screwed over her own god. That takes balls. But let's see what's else next.
The important thing is, Blance carried out the mission she gave him. He also seems to have realized that her sorcery was not a curse. Same as how 700 years ago, her arrows that kept Blance from getting excarnated in the drowsy deep were not a curse. If this is a sacrifice, hasn't she carried its heaviest burden? And what's next?
Wait. I was wondering why those arrows look different. So she literally shot Blanche to ensure that he would be around 700 years later to basically... Man, she is just playing everyone. Holy crap.
There is still far to go. It wasn't like Chilla to give up. She thought not of her daughter, nor even her own plan. A delicate lacework of steel. Nor did she wonder how it would all end. Her ending was nowhere in sight. She thought about her coming journey, and even about her whole life. Being a one-way trip, and about pain and death, burdening more than just Terminum's dwellers. The ones sealed away in the center of that corrupted land have it much worse. That's where she's going. She must...
I don't know why I cut out like that. I didn't touch anything. Oh, that's messed up. I have no idea what the heck was that all about, but this might explain it. Safely hidden in the hailed wasteland rests the Salvation Ark. Over 1,000 years ago, divine power brought it to Terminum, a falling star, the spark of a calamity that swept the world. The Umbra and the Kuros departed with haste, and the Ark remained sealed. Ences only emerge from it when reap time comes. Against the will of their god, Childao resolved to discern what went wrong. She hopes that imprisoning the deity will free what remains of her ruined world and its inhabitants. So that's what it is! An ark with all the Ences from her world. Having lifted the protective charm, Childao freezes in terror. The divine plan has been distorted. Where an elegant spear should have appeared before her, instead looms the nascent menhir of her god. To gather strength, the awakened deity devours all who slumber in the ark. Oh, we may have just screwed them over. So instead of taking over Gletta and devour everything in Opacum, it devoured everyone in the Ark. Oh man, poor Childao. 1,500 years later after the divine retribution, 3 years after the fall of Opacum, what happened feels like a bad dream, a dream from which some will never wake. Though few still believe it, an ancient god awoke in the Burkan fortress that day. After failing to subjugate the might of its host, it fed upon the Reaper's strength, parting them from their corporeal shells. The resurrected god now slumbers, deep in the mind that hosts it. The reaping ends, but the magic lingers, creating new centers of power. People bury the plague victims. Life goes on, as does the war. Once freed of the Reaper's oppressive spells, the Gels attacked the Frisians on the ruins of Opacum. In the ensuing chaos and bloodshed, many Burkans were able to escape the fortress. Frisia had dealt a staggering blow to Burkana, but, without the Reaper's leadership, was soon consumed by internal squabbles and bickering. Before long, all the Frisian warlords were fighting each other, giving the southern kingdoms time to recover and prepare for the next conflict. Burkana's surviving forces united under a new champion, King Trig of Durrana, who earned incredible glory during the defense of Opacum. Brave, steadfast, and gallant of spirit, the people love him. Never has the world seen the southern kingdoms so united. Following the horrific events in Opacum, many Vandals, Gabodans, and even Palians joined forces against Frisia. A most curious fate remains unknown to mankind. Completing Childao's trial made Hopper Rowley, known to some as the Kuro Blanche, much stronger. Many Burkans who survived the Battle of Opacum gratefully remember the scribe who helped them escape the besieged fortress, and then vanished without a trace. Blanche did not die, however. He made his way into the wasteland, in pursuit of the one who had helped him save Terminum. So, weirdly enough, I think there's supposed to be like another ending where he dies, but I think we managed to get the best ending. Among those Hopper saved at Opeka was Ake, his trusted travel companion. To everyone's surprise, the giant warrior hasn't taken part in any battles since. He's instead begun to scour the southern realms for Frisian spies, with a small band of fighters in tow. He's often seen studying a journal, one he doesn't allow anyone else to read. So now we're basically, reading the ending. Gleda contained the resurrected god within her mind, gaining new powers. It's now her turn to protect her father. Thanks to her, Thorn survived at Opekam. He now fights for Berkana, leading all who would follow. He is still a captain of the guard, a loving father, and one of Frisia's most formidable enemies. Lofang escaped Opekam with his life and managed to reach the Isle of Shadow safely. He recounted everything he had learned to the Council of the Elders. He was also accused of transgression and absolved, following a brief inquiry. The Icons prepared for 3 long years, and now their boats have set sail. Lofang's surviving companions did not follow him. They went their separate ways to shape their own lives from then on. The Icon wasn't a true leader to them, nor was he ever their friend. The future of Terminum remains undecided. The scales have tilted and yet are unbalanced. New heroes may emerge while old ones vanish without a trace. The story may yet go on, if there is enough vigor, determination, and luck in the world. Hero. Ash of Gods. Well, tactical genius. Man! Sidelined. I'm getting all the trophies right now. Altruist. Parsimonious. Save the prince. The luck of drunkards. A friend in need. How many achievements am I getting? The luck of wise guys. Macht makes it. Well, he made it. Save the king. Okay, I think that's all of them. Final thoughts on this game. I will admit, aside from some hiccups regarding the, regarding like the choices that like don't really show up, like you'd have to basically take your word for it. You have to look up a guide. I like this game. It's definitely got the Banner Saga vibe and aesthetic, but it really could have done a bit more. Granted, I didn't really play anything with the cards and just auto-battled everything. And honestly, now that I think about it, I really should have just not auto-battled the last fight. Make it go on a bit longer, but I think this is good enough. So, I love the story. Granted, the story was a bit rushed toward the end, but everything else was pretty dang good. I kind of wish we could have been able to, fix the, like some of the prompts, like you choose a thing, but it cuts to like, I guess after an explanation. I seriously wish I could fix that. But I am very glad that I was able to play this game. It's definitely got the Banner Saga vibe, and I have to admit, it was very good. This is actually based off of the novel series made by the. This is based off of a novel of the same name by some Polish author, I think. But I definitely would recommend. I definitely want to try out getting the novel now. I'll probably try to look it up on BAM, see if I can maybe buy it. I'd love to be able to get it. I mean, this game is fun. I want to try getting the novel and read it. So, I definitely feel that they could have done a bit more, like, not having an auto battle button would have been good, like, ban the use of auto battle on higher difficulties, but that's just me. But I am, at the very least, finally, I'm finally done with this series, thank God. I definitely think I'm going to take a nice break from this. Focus on, just focus on resting and, relaxing for a while. But, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to stream next. I mean, there is Stellaris, so we're probably going to stream that. There's also Tesla Grad, too. I could do that as well. But, other than that, like, I love all the characters. I love, like, the interactions and how they all, coincide. I even love, like, the different decisions you can make that, like I said, you'd have to, if you played Lo Fang as evil, you'd kind of get screwed. You'd have to fight him. But since we played him as a good guy, we were able to get both him and Lo Fang to work together against Atroc and the Reapers. So, I really hope to make a sequel for this game, honestly, because this game is fun. And here's all the cutscenes. Well, actually, just here's all the characters. Yeah, you can actually see how Mabuk looks different when Quarba takes over him. See? This is what we were looking before. This is him now. We're missing one, though. Wait a minute. Oh, that was her. That was the woman. So I guess if you chose Thorn full circle, like, the whole story becomes full circle. But that's it for this series. I'll see you guys next time. This is Drinking Mark, and I'll see you guys in the next series after a nice long break. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified. Check out any of my other Let's Plays if you feel like it. And I'll see all of you in the next game. Laters. God, I love this. I love this game.